So there's this lonely wolf that's walking around this neighborhood at night. You know, the backyard is like really close to this bayou, and this wolf is back there in the trees, and it's searching for food late at night, and it sees this dog kind of, you know, out there peeing, lifting up its leg right by a fence. It's real big and fat, and he's like, yo, where are you getting all this food from? And he's like, oh, you're hungry? Well, come with me. Come with me. I know the place. Come home with me. So he turns around, and the wolf notices the dog has like this raw mark right here on its neck. It's got a little bit of a blood scab, missing hair. He's like, hey man, what's up with your neck? He's like, oh, don't worry about that. It's nothing. That's the scar from the chain that my owner puts around me. It's like, well, how'd you get out? Oh, I just squirmed my way out, and I'll go back in the morning. But I just wanted to get out while the owner was asleep for a while so I could walk around the neighborhood. But come with me. Wolf turns around and goes back into the bayou wooded area looking for stuff. And the dog goes home. And it reminds me, and it should remind everybody, that there is a price for freedom. Sometimes the price is you're skinny as fuck needing to get food. You know, when I traded working for a boss to being my own boss, that meant that you were not always going to have a steady paycheck at the end of the day. That meant that your price is going to be hustle. When I was starting real estate in 2007, I worked a full-time job, and I was getting my real estate license, and I was studying the market, and I was writing 10 offers a night. I was closing in 07, 08. I was closing 10 to 12 deals per week. 10 to 12 deals per month. I would be up until like 12, 1, sometimes 2 in the morning. I would wake up again at 6. I would drive into the Texas Medical Center, which was where my office was. I was working as a hospice salesperson. Hospice. Selling death and dying to people. I come home one day and I watch a TV show called Flip This House on A&E. And that was the day that kind of changed my life. I was like, wait a second. I think I could treat people better than these Montalongo characters from San Antonio. And I think I could really be somebody. I started telling my hopes and dreams to people at my church. One guy, Jason Gage, he had like a couple $100,000 he wanted to roll into real estate investing because the stock market tanked. That was the dot-com bubble. And another buddy of mine, Chris Honeycutt, he had some money. We leveraged $150,000 at a place called Spirit of Texas Bank. And at Spirit of Texas Bank, they gave us a global line of credit for $1 million, 6 times the 150. And I will never forget this. The bank president called me up, and he brought us into the room when we were signing our documents at the bank. He said, he goes, he looked at Chris, or he looked at me, and he said, without him, you would not have this line of credit. And then he turned to Chris and he said, without his experience, you would not have it either. Experience and money. Experience is what I trade off for people who, my experience is the expense people pay for me to travel all over the United States and flip these Airbnbs. I don't get paid by the square foot. I get paid by the value I add to that square foot. So do I cost a lot? Yes. But I guarantee you there's not one day my guy wakes up in Houston and he says, Curtis is going to leave this project. I'm not going to leave the project till the project's finished. Fortunately, we're almost there. So do I have to delay a lot of gratification? Yes. That's the scar I have around my neck. It's called integrity. But everybody has a trade-off for value. That's the debt that you're paying for your success. It's just, you need to look and say, do I want to be chained to a desk all day? Do I want my daughter and my son to be like, oh yeah, that's my dad. He goes and works for the man so that he can trade off and have a nice play toy. So he can go to Lake Conroe with his brand new boat that he pays $800 a month for, plus a $400 dock fee, or boat storage fee, plus the gas and the maintenance. Y'all are over there trading momentary happiness for, instead of doing something for a long-term success. You know, could I afford a Lambo? 100% I can. Especially now that I'm not paying $3,000 a month in child support. $3,000 a month for 15 fucking years. $540,000. That's a lot of money. Never once have I ever tried to go back. Never once did I go back, even when I was low on money. And you know, someone sent me over a message saying, hey, if you ever need to get child support or anything like wiped off your credit report, these are the people that could do it. And I'm like, why would I ever want to shortchange my kids or my ex-wife on something that I agreed to? It just doesn't make sense. Most important, the most valuable asset you have to you is your name. Make sure that thing is better than Bitcoin. All right. Because it probably is, because most people, you know how Bitcoin is limited in value. Well, there's a fucking limited amount of people that actually do their word. Actually will hang on. I know 3 guys that are like that. So, only 3. And I've been with a lot of people. I've met a lot of people in my life. All right. Go flip something.